So let's take this into battle and see how we do. The machine gun. Alright. Now when you first start, you'll be playing against bots. It takes a little bit before they throw you into a match with real players. But you can look at the mini-map here. You really want to try to stay with your team. Right? Machine gun's got a good distance so I can see someone. We're going to go ahead and try fire. Try to stay with the teammates. They're going to try to gang rape us, so we're going to try to peel off weapons if you can. Peel off the weapons. This person put a fuel barrel out in the open. So after we get the weapons, hit that fuel barrel. They'll pop. Boom. That is a dumb place. Never put fuel barrels out in the open. Peel weapons. Unless they're on fire, hit the cat. Oh, that person was blocking me. Turn around. So hit the cab. Now we got everybody. Oh, that guy fell down. Oh. We're going to hit the cab because I can't see nothing else at the moment. And there you go. Now we can fire at a distance. Just burst fire. Keep your accuracy at a distance. So pump that button. Now when you get close, you can't hold it down. Again, remember our optimal shooting, getting all guns on, is straight forward or a slight angle to the front. So now you can see they got one person left. We can go hunt them or we can go an MVP. So that is what you want to do. We want that MVP. Because as you get MVP, you're going to level faster. And that's the name of the game. We want to get to a higher level quicker. So when you're level 10, you can pick your factions and start getting into the things you like. Your wasps, your sledgehammers, your growls, all these things. Right? And as you win, you get more stuff to sell. And again, we want to sell. Right? Which brings me to the next point. The fuel barrels. Oh my gosh, people make the stupidest decisions with their fuel barrels. Fuel is important. Right here, I got 45 fuel in storage, right? And you need this for your raids. I've got one fuel barrel, so let's buy a few more so I can illustrate some points. Again, this also lets us talk about buying again, because it's important. Market, parts, white. Here we are, fuel barrel. Click on this, and again, we can see our buy price at 5. So we got people that are wanting to buy at 5 coins, and the last purchase, the lowest purchase was made at 6. We're gonna buy. We want them immediately, so we'll leave it at 6. I want 4. All right. Oh, look at that. So there's a bunch of people trying to buy at 6 now, and one person decided they were willing to pay 8. Well, you know what? For purposes of this video, we will go to 7 and try 4 that way. And I'm sure this will happen fast. Not as many people want to buy fuel barrels, and it looks like I'm lying. Well, we'll just do this. We'll go with 9. We'll get them right away. Now, because I got him at 9, I would like to go back here to my offers. We can get rid of the 7. Get rid of the 6s. There we go. But now I've got my 4 fuel barrels. So, big no-nos. If you go to build, never ever stick fuel barrels next to your cab. Alright? This is a big no-no. And never stick more than 1 fuel barrel on a vehicle. They do not stack. Meaning, when you win a match, if you have a fuel barrel, you will get 5 fuel. Only if you win a match and the fuel barrel survives will you get that 5 fuel. However, let's take a look at what the fuel barrel says. Allows to receive fuel in PvP battles, gives 5 fuel. Does not stack with multiple barrels. Upon destruction, explodes and deals 450 damage in a 10-meter radius. So it's going to explode and do 450 points of damage. And guess what? If your cab takes damage, you die. So I have 3 barrels sitting next to my cab. If this goes, the 450 damage in 10 meter radius will blow this particular barrel and the one next to it. So we're gonna blow up for a lot. 1300 points, 1350, right? So that's gonna destroy me in one hit. And let's look at this and prove it. All I gotta do, if what I told you is correct, is just hit that top barrel without doing any damage anywhere else, and this whole vehicle should go up. So here we go. Bam. That's it. That's all it took to kill you. Right? So how can that be avoided? Well, put it further than 10 meters away from you, which I've seen people do. So in a case like this, you can come here. We're going to grab this. Saying I've reached part limit. So here we go. Test drive. Very dumb design, but let's see what happens, what the difference is. Boom, look at that. You still kept your tires. You kept a majority of your vehicle. I mean, it lost parts of the armor, but you can still go, so you can see that you kept some. Now, yes, it does do damage to other players that hit it, but most likely you're going to get it shot before you're even close enough for it to do damage to other players. It is not worth using them as explosives. You're just dumb if you do that. So, let's just say, well, what if I only put 1 barrel and I put it here? Tucked away. That is still dumb, but it's a better option than... That's a better option. Well, actually, let's see. I got it a little too high. That is a better option than what you were doing before with the 3 barrels right up against it standing up. Because at least this way, I'm going to have to go through some armor before I can get to it. But the problem is, even 1 fuel barrel... Boom! You're on fire. Now, just a couple shots and you're dead. Don't put the fuel barrel next to your cab. If you're going to run it like that, put it away. Oops. Put it away from your cab. If you're going to run it out in the open. Stick it back here. Still not great. But the further away you get it, if you can get it at least 10 meters away. I'm not sure what 10 meters is actually, but... So you might actually want it further back than that even. But look, not on fire. You can still take a whole lot more hits. You lost your tires because you put them above your tires. But hey, at least you're not dead. Build. So, remember those advanced techniques that I was talking about? This is where that comes in. Let's remove this piece right here. Because we have those weld points underneath. Well, look at this. I can tuck my fuel barrel right there. Come down here. And where's this? Let's take this radio. Well, we don't have that radio there, but if we go back to build. Here we go. Here's a radio. Look at this. We could slap this piece right here. Giving it some armor. And I think I have 2 radios. Oh, no. But you might be able to stick it over here even. You know, especially if you put it in the center. So you can armor up the sides of that thing. Now, when you come in here, test drive, your cab is actually protecting your fuel. So they're going to have to go through your cab unless you flip over to get at your fuel barrel. That is much better, because if they go through your cab, you're dead anyways. So what does it matter at that point? That is a much better place to place your fuel barrel. Even though it's on your cab, it's unlikely to get hit before they have to go through your cab anyways. So, right. And the next thing is, really, what do I buy? Now that I've got this vehicle, this is a good vehicle. It will get you through the early fights. when you get to level 10, you get another bumper catch. You can put it up here. But what do I need to buy? And so let's take a look at the market. Parts. Your first purchases should be, I recommend the very first purchase you get is going to be called the fuel tank. Right here. Get this fuel tank. Why? This fuel tank is 44, which I don't have, but let's see. Can I actually sell my scrap? Do I have scrap? No, I don't. I have 15 copper. So I could trade my 15 copper. We'll sell 37. I don't think I have enough, but can I sell my fuel? You can trade fuel, but you need 100 fuel, so you have to get fuel. This is why you get the fuel tank, because as you get fuel, that'll help you get raids for copper. It will also help you with a resource to sell. I could sell 100 fuel for 5 coins, and you get fuel for free. All you got to do is survive. So that should be your first purchase, and when you get it, you go to build. You're going to place it under here. Put that fuel tank on the bottom. It'll be easier to hit than this, but still hard because it's under your cab. Alright, so you place it right here. The fuel tank is about the same size as this fuel barrel and 2 radios. So it's a lot bigger. But once it's under your cab, you're going to survive a lot better.